Hello, this is Kizzi and welcome to Inspiration and Wellbeing's video on the 12 business books every game changer must read. When we were discussing putting together the contents for this video, I had an epiphany, a very, very rare moment of insight and clarity. I thought that rather than me telling you the books you should be reading, why don't we reach out to our community of game-changing business people and ask them what books they've read and they'd love to recommend to you. And the result, well, it's been inspiring. Before watching this video, press pause and grab a piece of paper and a pen. Trust me, you're going to need it. There are a dozen books here that will quite literally transform your life and business. If there's a book mentioned that you haven't read yet, just click the link in the description box of this video and you'll be taken straight to Amazon. Just before we get started, I want to say that this video is produced in association with the book Kizzi's Now That's Genius Ideas Notebook. Kizzi's Now That's Genius Ideas Notebook is the first place for any great idea. We believe that ideas won't keep. Something must be done about them. Use Kizzi's Now That's Genius Ideas Notebook as the perfect place to record your moments of inspiration and genius. In fact, when I came up with the idea for this video, guess where I wrote it down? Yeah, exactly. To pick up your copy of Kizzi's Now That's Genius Ideas Notebook, click the link in the description box of this video. Okay, here is a definitive list of 12 brilliant business books business people should be reading today, recommended by game-changing business people for game-changing business people just like you.
Hello, my name's Simon Roderick and I'm the Managing Director of financial services recruitment firm Framsearch, which works with clients across the UK. I'm delighted to be reviewing Shoe Dog, which are the memoirs of Nike founder Phil Knight. I read Shoe Dog on holiday a few years ago, which may sound strange given it's a business book. I'd read other reviews and thought it sounded an interesting story, but I wasn't prepared to be so engrossed in what is, as I mentioned, a business book. Knight has the ability to draw you into his world, to make you feel like you're there, experiencing the highs and lows of his life. His story is truly inspirational. He gives you the feeling that, even if you don't go on to create one of the world's most valuable brands and businesses, that in your own way, that nothing is impossible and you can achieve anything. There's some valuable lessons there for any entrepreneur or anyone who wants to further their career. How travel and understanding other cultures opened his eyes to opportunity. How oak trees are grown from acorns. In Knight's case, a global business started with him selling shoes from the back of his car. How being passionate about something, in his case running, is a key ingredient of success. He wouldn't have got through the financial struggle of those early years of setting up Nike without passion. His story is a reminder that all firms face setbacks. No entrepreneur gets every decision right, but to press on regardless of these setbacks is key. Shoe Dog is far more than a business book, and you will live every high and at times some very sad lows with Knight, and I couldn't recommend it more.
Hi, I'm Catherine and I'm a freelance PR and content consultant based in Oxford in the UK. My book recommendation is Chief Joy Officer by Richard Sheridan. Now, work doesn't tend to often be people's happy place. For so many people, work serves a purpose rather than being a source of joy. And it's not hard to appreciate that the biggest challenge in creating workplace happiness is through culture rather than through the roles and the jobs within that organisation themselves. The reason I really like this book is because it's Sheridan's personal journey in terms of defining how that culture could create joy in his own software business. And I really enjoy books that are about people's own journey and learnings in real businesses with real leaders. Now, this book walks you through a lot of valuable lessons that Sheridan himself learned along the way, trying to create a truly happy workplace. This ranges from not having to be a different work you to home you, and the tensions that trying to be something you're not can create within a business. He talks about creating a really authentic and open environment and understanding different personality types. So if you like those kind of analysis and different kind of methodologies to understanding personality types and how to get the best out of different people, then you'll really enjoy this chapter. It also covers how effective communication and being vulnerable at work, for example, being able to talk about being overwhelmed or stressed or confused about a project, are essential points to address within an organisation. The biggest things that stuck with me really were about grounding culture in collaboration and authenticity, creating really customer-centric workplaces with the opportunity to fail without blame, the opportunity to learn continually, and really shifting that outdated kind of power boss type mentality and moving towards a much more mentoring culture driven by exceptional leadership. I really enjoyed this book. I'd hugely recommend it, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
My name is Ryan David, and I'm the owner and lead investor at WeBuyHousesInPennsylvania.com. We're located in Luzerne County in beautiful northeastern Pennsylvania. We're a house buying company that pays cash for properties, and we serve Lackawanna, Luzerne, and Wyoming counties. When we purchase a property here in Pennsylvania, there's no loans, no banks, and no jumping through flaming hoops. This allows us to buy your house quickly. I'm here today to mention the best business book that I've ever read, and that book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. But why do I feel that way? It's simply because this book is not just a good read for one type of business, but it's effective across many different business sectors. If you're thinking of starting a business or you're looking for inspiration, this book is packed with everything needed to start your climb to success. The answer is simply not that you need to find a job, but rather it's you need to start creating jobs. And that's the key. Once you're a business owner, that's where you begin to see the difference that you're making in the lives of people every single day. Robert Kiyosaki's writing style draws the reader in ever so tactfully, and it's nearly impossible to put the book down once you've started reading it. And this book is highly effective at teaching you how to make money work for you. That's a valuable trait that needs to be expounded upon by the education system, and this book does an incredible job of addressing that. I have personally followed the tips in this book, and I own 2 businesses, along with income-producing real estate, and I owe it all to Robert Kiyosaki and the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
My name is Izzy Whitehead, and I'm the brand and marketing manager for Hawkshead Relish, an artisan producer of award-winning preserves based in the village of Hawkshead, in the heart of the English Lake District. Starting as a busy cafe in 1999, the success of our relishes and preserves led to our family business now serving customers in shops, online, and via stockists around the world. Our website has been pivotal to this success. Previously, we found our e-commerce platform difficult to manage for both retail and wholesale customers. By working with Digital, a web design and digital transformation consultancy, we were able to completely revitalise the online experience for our customers. A new product structure and content management process alleviated frustrations we experienced with the former website. An incredible user experience was built for our customers by including a sense of flavour and attention to detail through the use of key ingredients, in addition to products that can be searched and filtered based on ingredients and allergens. A bestsellers feature brought awareness to our products, and we were delighted with the site was awarded Best Food and Drink E-commerce website in the Northern E-commerce Awards in 2019. We continue to receive praise for how user-friendly our website is from our customers. Based on our experience with our website, I highly recommend Holistic Website Planning, written by the founder of Digital, Andrewrmitage. It serves as a guide to assist organisations in putting their websites at the heart of their digital transformation. Online shopping will make companies' websites more crucial than ever. Understanding how to navigate the challenges and possibilities of designing one will become business critical. A book chock full of actionable insights, it outlines an 8-step method called Go the Distance. As you read each step, you will learn how important it is to carefully plan your website, taking into consideration the people, processes, and business environment to think ahead to how your website will be used and managed in a way that will support your business's next phase of growth. Covering everything from how to write a website brief to budget, measurement tactics, and how to choose and work with an agency partner, freelancer, or internal team, it's a handy resource that lays out the essential ingredients you need to plan a successful website. Once you read this book, you will have a completely new understanding of what your website can achieve, realising it's so much more than just a technology investment or marketing tool. Written in an easy-to-understand yet knowledgeable format, it's a true must-read in today's digital world.
Hi, I am Chris, owner of Upzeez. I take great pride, pleasure, and add value by solving everyday problems through innovation and design. Upsease, spelt UPZ, Upzeez is on a mission to eliminate the pain and discomfort associated with traditional use of baby furniture. This starts with reducing back pain and strain with lifting babies in and out of cots. We are based in Melbourne, Australia. I would like to recommend this very inspiring rags to riches story called It's About Damn Time, How to Turn Being Underestimated into Your Greatest Advantage by Arlan Hamilton. Firstly, the story and journey captured in this book is simply gripping, and I was totally consumed in it. I've actually lost count how many times I've read it so far. It comes from a black gay woman who broke into the venture capital boys club of Silicon Valley and is packed with an empowering guide to finding your voice, working your way into a room you want to be in, and achieving your own dreams. It's a great book that shares great stories, strategies, insights, solutions, and inspiration for founders chasing nothing but a dream. As a newbie startup founder, this book gave me great insights into her startup journey. In 2015, Arlan Hamilton was on food stamps, couch surfing and sleeping on the floor of San Francisco airport with nothing but a scrappy old laptop and a vision of breaking into venture capital world. She was in disbelief why starting companies all looked the same, white and male, and she yearned for an opportunity to invest in ideas and people who didn't align to this image of how a founder is supposed to look. Arlan Hamilton had no contacts or network in venture capital world, no background or access to finance, not even a university degree. What she did have was ferocious determination and will to succeed. As much as this might be a surprise to some, we unfortunately still live in a world where being underrepresented often means being underestimated. But as someone who makes her living investing in potential founders who also happen to be female, LGBTQ, or people of color, Arlan Hamilton understands that being undervalued simply means that big plus actually exists. In spite of what society might have you believe, Arlan Hamilton articulates how a privileged background, a powerful network, and a fancy university degree are not requirements for success. She shares her wisdom picked up on her extraordinary journey from living on food stamps to venture capitalist. Since starting her startup company called Backstage Capital, she has invested in almost 200 startups already and expanded her fund. Enjoy and happy reading.
This is Don McCauley with the Free Publicity Focus Group, and my pick for Best Business Book is Tighten the Lug Nuts by Rocky Romanella. I've never read a book like this. I mean, it's really a game changer. Rocky is the CEO of 360 Management Services, but he has a career 40 years with UPS as CEO and board director for Unitech Global Services. And his experience as a leader and CEO, he led one of the largest rebranding initiatives in franchising history, the UPS store, and the integration of more than 20 acquisitions, which became UPS Supply Chain Solutions. And it's just an unbelievable piece of work because he speaks about the cultural and operation integration of these acquisitions and how great leaders challenge their people not to stop at the first right answer. And he shows in Tighten the Lug Nuts how to move past that first right answer, and it's full of detailed examples that are organized in an educational and also an entertaining way. And it's really formed by a framework of real-world concepts, and it's really a blueprint that can be easily applied by leaders or entrepreneurs and any other kind of leader. Maybe it's a teacher or the leader of a family. It's one of the best leadership books I've ever read, and I think it's great for either a seasoned professional or a first-time manager. It's motivational, but it's also a call to action for those who have yet to make a mark in their field. And he has this rare ability to see this clear vision of the changing business landscape, and he has the passion to drive results. And it's all wrapped up in this concept of leadership driven by values and the necessity to create a legacy. Tighten the Lug Nuts by Rocky Romanella. You gotta get it. You got to read it. It's a fantastic book, and it's a game changer.
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Catherine. I'm a leadership coach, and I'm here to give you my top book for aspiring business people. It's a book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. In fact, it was the first ever self-help book that I read before becoming a coach. And I really like it because it approaches both personal and professional issues that we face in the business world. Her caption is How to Turn Your Fear and Indecision into Confidence and Action. Now, isn't that empowering? She tackles subjects like how to ask for a rise if you're not feeling good enough for one, how to change your language and your mindset. She also gets you to look at whether something is a problem or an opportunity, and to view things not as being terrible, but as being a learning experience. Basically, realize you always have a choice. Gain self-confidence. Learn from your mistakes. You're not a failure if you don't make it. You're a success because you tried. She also includes various exercises in the book, which means that it's not just about reading her thoughts, but actually putting them into practice. Again, I thoroughly recommend Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. Thank you. Catherine Beaudino, Dr. Catherine Coaching. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alan Bay, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of the Aventus Network, a Layer 2 solution on the Ethereum network. We bring scalability, low and predictable transaction fees, and interoperability through Polkadot to the Ethereum sort of enterprise market. We're active across NFTs, loyalty, live entertainment, video games, and supply chain provenance. The book I'd like to recommend today is called Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance. Now, most of what the sort of hypothesis of the book is there in the title, but really the fundamental point that it comes down to is it doesn't matter how bad or naturally untalented you are at something from birth. Really, the only thing that matters is how hard you work at it if you have a passion for it. So as long as you have that passion, put in the time and you will become great at it. Now, I really like the way the book was also put together. It's not anecdotal like you'll often see in autobiographies. It's well-reasoned, big sort of statistical samples taken and properly reasoned through. So I definitely say it's worth a read, and brings up all kinds of interesting sort of topics, like you'll often in life hear, do what you love, right? And everything else will take care of itself. But if you think of this fundamental premise, anything that you do for long enough, you'll become good at. You'll then get that sort of feeling of purpose and mastery over that task, which is sort of a positive reinforcement loop, and it'll lead to you actually loving it. So you can just start with the hard work, the love will come. Another point is how people perform in the role of confidence when it comes to approaching a task that you're bad at. If you see somebody who is really good at a task, them being observed will often lead to them performing better at that task. If you see somebody who's busy learning a task, them being observed will often lead to them performing worse at that task. So really interesting in how we approach confidence in approach to anything, even if you don't perceive yourself or objectively you're not actually good at something. But anyway, yeah, give it a read. It's definitely worth it.
Hi, I'm Caroline Allen. I'm a director at Yorkshire Financial Planning, a financial advice practice based in Hessel, East Yorkshire. The book for business that I'm recommending is The Future Coach by Tom Bates. It's not your typical business book. It is actually a book based on sports psychology, but you can apply the lessons to all walks of life. So don't be put off by the football that you'll see on the front cover. For me, this is the most dogged, tatty book that's sat on my bookshelf. It's a book that I've read from cover to cover and which I regularly dip into to remind myself about what I've learnt. The reason for me recommending this book is that I firmly believe that success is about you and your team being your best self and being able to deliver at your highest level. So if you're looking for a book that will inspire you and energise you and really challenge you to think in new ways, this is a perfect one for you. So the book is based on sports psychology and it focuses on 9 core principles. You can use it to motivate yourself and you can use it to motivate others as well. There's lots of different principles within the book, and it focuses on things which I would class as basics, such as your relationships with yourself, relationships with other people, understanding the job at hand and establishing accountability, to really getting into your mindset and how you build a positive attitude, how you manage yourself, and how you have that real confidence in yourself and in others, and build the culture around you that will really make you successful. There's workable methods within the book, and the modules are really simple to follow. It focuses on the psychology behind success, and I guess while there's no secrets to success, these fundamental principles are the ones that underpin performance of successful individuals and teams. Throughout the book, there's quotes that continue to motivate, and you can work through the exercises really in your own time. So for me, I've read many different business books, but this is the one that inspires me more than anything else that I've ever read, and it is definitely the best money that I've spent on a business book. I'd highly recommend it.
My name is Joanna Townsley, and I am the Strategic Director at Pronamics, here in Brendale, Queensland, Australia. We create expert estimating software and project management software. Our software is used for estimating and cost analysis for tender bidding and project management, as well as internal budgeting or auditing. I highly recommend every business person reads The Go-Giver, a little story about a powerful business idea, by Bob Burg and John David Mann. It's a paradigm-shifting read for business people. I recommend this book because it's about authenticity. It's about delivering value and creating abundance. And it takes the idea of being a go-getter to an inspiring new level that makes the reader rethink the fundamentals of running a business. While so many business books focus on making money, working less, or how to gain power, The Go-Giver reminds people not to always focus on profit. The overarching philosophy is to make giving rather than getting your first priority in business and in life, and success will naturally follow. The Go-Giver reminds readers that conforming to an inherited framework and belief system that isn't your own diminishes our personal power. It depletes our self-esteem, robs us of our happiness, and ultimately harms our business. The Go-Giver promotes completely transparent altruism to bring ease and joy to ourselves, our lives, and those around us. This book is a short business parable with 5 powerful laws that reframe the reader's perspective on how to live life and how to think about a business. The Go-Giver gives us the most important first question to ask in a business. Does it serve? If it serves others or solves a worthwhile problem, then you can provide genuine value and in exchange create an income. It also offers a surprising insight into why who you already are is a unique competitive advantage for your business. The Go-Giver asks the reader to trust that the philosophy of giving, helping, and serving others really does work in life and in business. Essentially, this book is about why and how providing value to people and helping others is essential to a successful business. It reminds us that money is not a measure of our goodness or worthiness, but a measure of our impact. Making money is not the goal that creates success. The 5 fundamental laws in this book can help businesses from startups to large companies pivot from a path of failure to success and save years of struggle. The philosophy of this book imbues all of my work. Pronamics has always been dedicated to helping businesses save time and money. That's what estimating software is all about. I see The Go-Giver as a companion book to 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I highly recommend every business person reads The Go-Giver, a little story about a powerful business idea. This book is amazing.
G'day, Jacob Aldridge here. I'm an international business advisor, keynote speaker, and author of the Startup Business Guide. Having worked with thousands of business owners around the world, the one book I always recommend to them is The Hard Thing About Hard Things by Ben Horowitz. The reason I do that is because it focuses on the hard reality that is starting and growing your own business. There's so many business books out there that talk about the good things that business can bring to you, setting a vision, building a strategy, and how you can successfully develop commercial and cultural returns when everything goes right. The reality of business is that there will be days or weeks or months or years when not everything is going right. How do you deal with that? As Mike Tyson loves to say, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. business will throw some punches in your direction. And I found that the hard thing about hard things gives you some practical and some broader contextual and emotional solutions that you can apply as a leader, so that when your business takes the inevitable blows, you don't get knocked down. You continue to work towards those great outcomes that you want. The Hard Thing About Hard Things by Ben Horowitz. Make it part of your business arsenal.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Leylaws, CEO of Self++, a company based in Canberra, Australia, that helps people with autism and other mild to moderate disabilities start a meaningful career through coaching, training and a work experience program. The top 10 book for business I'd like to recommend is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. The Slight Edge principle, which the book is based on, states that you're either making progress or losing it. At its core, the principle is about applying small amounts of effort over time to create a massive compound effect. I used to have an issue with discipline, having had several businesses fail in the past due to a lack of effort on my part. Once I read the book and started applying the Slight Edge principle to not only my business but other areas of my life, I began to see significant changes, leading me to where my business is today. If you have an issue with discipline or are a chronic procrastinator, I highly recommend reading The Slight Edge. It'll give you the tools you need to start making a positive change in your business and your life without becoming overwhelmed.